Hello everyone, I am Himasati Sharma and students, we are discussing the chapter Light for class 7. We were discussing the characteristics of images which are formed by plane mirror in our previous lecture. Today we are going to discuss about concave mirror. So as we have discussed earlier also, concave mirrors are the spherical mirrors because they have curved surfaces. Now in concave mirror, the reflecting surface is curved inward. So inside or inner bulge of the spherical mirror, when the inner side is reflecting, that mirror is called concave mirror. Now, the images obtained from these mirror will depend upon the placement of the object. Like what kind of dependence? So, on the placement of the object, like if it is placed closer or if it is placed far away, will depend what kind of image is formed. Whether it is real or virtual, inverted or erect, or what will be the size of the image will all be dependent where you have kept the object, right? Now, the image formed by a concave mirror has the following properties. So it can be either real or virtual, as I have told you now, and it can be either inverted or erect. It can have the same size as that of object, a larger size that of the object, or a smaller size than that of the object. So how will it be dependent? What will decide the characteristics of the image? The distance between the image and the distance between the object and the mirror, right? So here you can see concave mirror, how they can form real images. So here you can see this is concave mirror, this is the object. So now here object is somewhere midway between the screen and the mirror. So mirror, the image is formed but it is inverted. Now here when the object is brought closer to the mirror, the size of the image is large now, but it is inverted, right? So the image formed by a concave mirror can be a real image and captured on the screen. It is real image, that means it can be obtained on the screen, and second, because the reflected rays were actually meeting, and the image is also inverted. And how concave mirrors also form virtual images? When a candle is kept close to the mirror, a virtual image is formed. Now, before studying spherical mirrors, we should know some terminology that will be periodically used. So we need, in a ray diagram in previous lectures, I have told you that we will discuss what is principal axis, what is focus, what is pole, etc. So today we are going to discuss this terminology. So first is principal axis, center of curvature, vertex, focal point, radius of curvature, focal length. So these are the terminology, these 6 terminology we are going to discuss. So first of all, principal axis. If a concave mirror were thought of as being a slice of sphere, then there would be a line passing through the center of the sphere and attaching to the mirror in the exact center of the mirror. So what does it mean? So basically how does the concave mirror is formed? So we are saying that again and again the concave mirror or the convex mirror are spherical mirrors. So that if the concave mirror is a slice of the sphere, it is a small thin slice of the sphere, like you have orange peel. So when you peel the orange, there is one is inside and another is outer side. So this sphere must be having some center like every other sphere or circle. So the line which passes through the center of this sphere will be called, and it will attach to the mirror, it will intersect the mirror at some point, that will be called principal axis. Now center of curvature is the point in the center of sphere from which the mirror was sliced, known as the center of curvature, and is denoted by the letter C in the diagram which I am showing you just now, right? So here you can see this is the ray diagram, this is the principal axis. Why this is the principal axis? Because this is passing through the center and it is intersecting the spherical mirror. Now, why? What is this C curvature? That this is the center of the spherical mirror. So this is center of curvature. So you can see this is principal axis and this is center of curvature, because this center of curvature is the center of the sphere. Now next is vertex. So what is vertex? The point on the mirror surface where the principal axis meets the mirror is known as vertex and is denoted by the letter A in the diagram below. So basically the vertex is the geometric center of the mirror. This vertex is also called pole. So here in this diagram you can see this A point is vertex. Why? Because principal axis is meeting this mirror on this point. So this is vertex or pole. Now focal point. Midway between the vertex and the center of the curvature is a point which is known as focal point. So here you can see this is this is principal axis because it is passing through center of curvature or the center of the sphere and it is meeting at the mirror. Now this is center of curvature because this is center of the spherical mirror. Now distance between the vertex, this is vertex because this is the point where the principal axis is meeting on the mirror. So distance between the half of the distance between vertex and the center of curvature is known as focal point and it is denoted by small f. So focal point is the half of the distance between center of curvature and vertex. What is what is this r? This is radius of curvature. So first of all we'll discuss the focal point. So focal point is basically a point in the space where light incident towards the mirror and traveling parallel to the principal axis will meet after the reflection. So this is the parallel light which is coming to this mirror and then it is reflected back. So all the rays of the light will intersect each other at this focal point. Now radius of curvature, this is the distance from the vertex to the center of the curvature and it is also known as radius of curvature which is represented by r. So this is simple as you can say it is the radius of the sphere from which this concave mirror is formed. So radius of the sphere from which this concave mirror is or convex mirror is formed is called radius of curvature. Right? Focal length. What is focal length? So distance between the mirror to the focal point is known as focal point. Focal length. So since the focal point is the midpoint, as we had discussed, midpoint between the center of curvature and the vertex, the focal length would be 1/2 of the radius. So you see distance between center of curvature and pole is radius of curvature, and once you do the half of radius of curvature you can take out what is the focal length of the mirror. In our next lecture we will be discussing about the ray diagrams from various mirrors. Thank you.